Archangel Michael says, June 1st, 2026 will be the most wonderful day of your life, but you are making a very big mistake. Please don't do that. Open this immediately. Beloved, heaven chose this day long before you were even born. A sacred calendar was written with your name glowing beside this date. But something in your life right now is turning your spirit away from the miracle that's coming. You may not see it, but heaven does. And that's why Michael has come forward. He doesn't appear without a reason. If he's here, it's urgent. He said your name last night. Not once. He said it 3 times. Loudly echoing through the gates of light. He begged. He pleaded because he saw something dangerous in your path. A small decision that you're about to make that could cost you your miracle. This isn't a coincidence. You didn't find this message by accident. You were divinely guided here. The angels fought through so much spiritual noise just to place this in front of your eyes. Something very big is about to shift. But you must not do what you're planning. Michael says you're thinking of walking away from something or someone that God assigned to your destiny. You're about to say no when all of heaven is screaming yes. Please don't make that mistake. The enemy loves to whisper lies when you're closest to breakthrough. He disguises fear as wisdom, doubt as logic. But God is not a God of confusion. He's a God of confirmation. And this is your confirmation. And Michael, he knows how tired you are spiritually, emotionally, even physically. You've been through waves of pain no one else sees. You've been holding on by a thread, smiling in front of others, but weeping behind closed doors. And yet, you kept going. You didn't quit. That's why June 1st was chosen for you. Not just to bless you, but to reward the parts of you that no one ever clapped for. Heaven saw it all. And Michael cried because you were so close to giving up. Just one step before the miracle. Beloved soul, take this seriously. Michael has never been this firm before. He's not just warning you. He's protecting you from yourself, from deception, from the spiritual trap being laid right now. Something is trying to pull you away from your calling, but Michael is pushing back with all his might. He can't interfere with your free will, but he can send you signs, and this is one of them. Do not ignore this. If you walk away now, you won't just lose a blessing, you'll lose alignment. If you've ever heard a whisper in your heart that says, you're meant for more. This is your confirmation. You were never meant to live a small life. You were born for light, for healing, for divine purpose. The enemy knew this before you did. That's why he attacked you so young. That's why you've had so many spiritual battles before you even knew how to fight. But Archangel Michael has been fighting for you in the background all along. And now he needs you to fight, too. By choosing to stay on the path you're about to abandon. Listen carefully. God does not bring messages like this often. He waits until the soul is ready, until the moment is ripe, until heaven's clock strikes divine timing. And that's now. The reason this day, June 1st, 2026, has so much energy around it is because heaven aligned several things for you. A conversation you never expected, a door you thought was closed forever, and a hidden truth that's about to be revealed. But none of it can happen if you make the wrong move. Now, love letter. Wait, before we go deeper, if your heart feels a single pull right now, if something inside you is saying, this is for me, then pause and do this, subscribe now. Not just to hear more messages like this, but to open your spirit to more divine confirmations. You've skipped so many signs. Don't skip this one. This message was prepared with the energy of angels, and the rest of what Michael is about to say will shake you. Subscribe now because heaven is still watching what you do next. Love letter. Now back to the miracle. Michael whispered something just for you. Tell them they are not forgotten. Yes, you. You've been feeling like everyone else gets their answers, their healing, their love story, and you're still waiting, still trying, still wondering if God forgot your address. He didn't. Your name is etched into his palm. Not written, etched. That means it can never be erased. Not by time, not by failure, not by pain. You are not behind. You are right on time for heaven's appointment. But if you listen to fear instead of faith, you'll cancel your own blessing. Michael says they're thinking of leaving something sacred and it will hurt them. You know what this is? It might be a relationship, a calling, a dream, or even a promise you once believed in. But now you're weary. You want to retreat. But beloved, don't. God is preparing a shift that will make your past pain make sense. This pain wasn't a punishment. It was a setup for power. Your scars were sacred training. And the miracle on June 1st. It's your spiritual graduation. Let this message echo in your heart. Nothing that is truly meant for you can be taken by another. Not love, not opportunity, not destiny. But you must stay in position. If you walk away too early, you will miss what you were born to receive. And my child, when heaven asks you to stay in position, it never leaves you without direction. It places a path before you so you can move forward with faith, clarity, and confidence instead of uncertainty. My child, I see the struggle you have been facing, the stress about finances, the silent worries that stay in your heart, and the moments where you feel uncertain about what comes next. You have been asking for peace, and that answer is already on its way. You are not meant to stay stuck in fear, you are meant to walk forward with purpose, with faith, and with clear steps every day. That is why a simple system has been placed in front of you, a 30-day faith and financial breakthrough system, a path where each day brings you a focused prayer, a small financial action, and clear direction to help you move ahead. No pressure, no confusion, just steady progress toward peace and stability. If something inside you feels ready, if you are ready to change your situation, take that first step today. This could be the moment your life begins to change. You will find the link in the description, and in the comments below. Because staying aligned with heaven's direction is how miracles move from promise into reality. Heaven is weeping at the thought. That's why Michael had to interrupt your day with this urgent call. He would rather risk everything, even your anger, than stay silent while you make the wrong move. Don't let pride stop you. Don't let fear blind you. Don't let impatience rob you. And yes, this is bigger than you think. Your miracle is not just about you. It's about everyone connected to your calling. If you choose correctly now, generations will be blessed. If you ignore this warning, spiritual delay will ripple through every area of your life. That's why the resistance has been so strong. That's why you've been so confused lately. The enemy always sends chaos before clarity. But heaven is sending Michael now to bring order. And beloved, when Michael comes, it means something powerful is at stake. He doesn't waste his presence. He doesn't come with light warnings. He comes when heaven has declared war against the forces trying to take you out of alignment. And now heaven is waiting on your response. And now that your soul has absorbed all this light, now that every cell of your being has been reminded of where you truly come from, heaven asks you for just one thing. Carry it forward. Don't just keep this message to yourself. Let your life be proof that divine timing is real. Let your actions tell the story. Let your peace be so loud that others feel safe just being near you. Let your kindness be the evidence that angels truly visited you tonight because they did, and their fingerprints are now all over your future. You may not feel worthy, but you are chosen. You may not feel ready, but you are prepared. You may not have all the answers, but you have the presence of God, and that's more than enough. From this night forward, things are going to feel different. You'll walk into rooms and pick up on energy instantly. You'll feel spiritual things that others miss. You'll know when something is off because now your spiritual senses have been activated. Archangel Michael has left his mark on your spirit. If you suddenly feel pulled to pray, do it. If you feel like lighting a candle or writing a name down or clearing out your space, don't hesitate. Those are holy nudges. That's your intuition finally aligning with divine frequency. Trust the small whispers. That's how heaven speaks. Not always in thunder, sometimes in stillness. In the coming days, people might look at you and say you look different, more calm, more vibrant, like a weight is gone. That's because it is. You've been set free tonight from things you didn't even know were choking your spirit. Old emotional attachments, spiritual residue, invisible chains, they're gone. You are no longer carrying what was never yours to carry. And now that you are lighter, you are free to receive what is yours. Peace, clarity, favor, joy, alignment, divine relationships. You've been worried about money. Heaven knows. And yes, provision is coming, but not just in the way you expect. A solution will come through an idea. A breakthrough will come through someone unexpected. Something will unlock in your thinking. Suddenly, you'll know what to do. You'll see a path where there was once only confusion. Trust that. That's the miracle unfolding beneath the surface. You won't have to chase blessings anymore. They'll begin chasing you. People who once overlooked you will suddenly feel drawn to your energy. You won't even need to explain yourself anymore. Your presence will speak. Your energy will carry the light of this night forward. And wherever you go, darkness will retreat. Not because you try to fight it, but because your light makes it impossible for it to stay. When you wake tomorrow, you may feel different, lighter, a little more aware, maybe even a little more emotional. That's a good thing. That's your soul realigning with your original blueprint. You were never meant to be numb. You were never meant to feel lost in a world that doesn't speak your language. You were meant to feel because what you feel helps you guide others out of the dark. That's part of your purpose. That's why you've always been the strong one, the sensitive one, the one who sees behind the mask. You were made to help others find the light you've now found. And the ones who betrayed you, the ones who wounded you when all you ever gave was love. Forgive them, not for their sake, but for yours. Because holding on to their energy blocks the blessings that are on their way to you. Set them free tonight. Release them, bless them, and let the divine handle the rest. Archangel Michael is not only your protector, he is your defender. And he has seen what you endured in silence. Justice is coming, but peace arrives first. Tonight, heaven celebrates you. Yes, you. The way you stayed here. The way you opened your heart. The way you didn't run even though you could have. The way you finally let go. Heaven sees you. Heaven honors you. You are no longer walking blindly. Your steps are now lit with divine fire. And where you walk, angels walk beside you. You are no longer alone. You never were. But now you know it. So before this message ends, let me speak this blessing over your life. May your home be filled with divine protection. May your sleep be filled with sacred dreams. May your tomorrow be brighter than your yesterdays. May your soul finally rest. May your heart finally heal. May everything stolen from you return multiplied. May those who hurt you fade quietly into the past. While those meant to love you find you quickly and clearly. May miracles arrive like rain, suddenly and without warning. May your purpose become so clear that even fear steps aside. And may Archangel Michael remain close. Always. Always close. This is not the end of a message. This is the beginning of a new reality. You have officially crossed over into your breakthrough. Don't look back. Heaven is ahead. And tonight, your house is filled with angels. You're still here. And beloved, that means heaven is still pouring into you. The words may be ending, but the movement of God has only just begun. Archangel Michael is not stepping away. He's stepping with you into the next moment, into tomorrow, into the places where you once felt scared to go alone. Because you're not alone now. You never were. You were just waiting for a moment like this to remember. If you feel lighter, it's because something was lifted off your shoulders that wasn't yours to carry. If you feel teary, it's because your spirit finally exhaled. If you feel a calm that doesn't make sense, that's peace that surpasses understanding. It's not from the world. It's from the throne of heaven. Direct, pure, sacred. So what happens next? You live. You walk in alignment. You breathe differently. You move through the world like someone who knows they are chosen, protected, sent. When people ask what changed, you don't need to explain. They'll feel it. They'll see it. They'll say, "There's something about you." And you'll smile because you'll know it's heaven. You'll begin to notice doors opening that once shut. Relationships healing that once felt broken beyond repair. Money flowing in places that once felt blocked. Peace returning in rooms that once held tension. You won't force it. You won't chase it. It will come to you because you are aligned now. And alignment attracts everything heaven wrote for you before you were born. The people meant for you will recognize your light. The places meant for you will open up like sunrise. And the battles meant to destroy you, they'll fall at your feet. Because Archangel Michael isn't just a visitor in your life anymore. He's a guardian, a witness, a warrior, and he will be near every time your heart beats with faith. Every time you whisper, "I trust." Every time you say, "I believe." From this moment forward, your home is blessed. Your future is blessed. Your sleep is blessed. Your mind is healed. This message was never just information. It was activation. And now that your spirit has been awakened, there's no going back. You've stepped into divine territory. The rest of your life starts now. And heaven is smiling because you finally heard it. You finally received it. You finally remembered who you are. You are light. You are love. You are chosen. And no darkness can change that ever. And still you're here. That alone speaks volumes to heaven. Your spirit didn't let go. Even when doubt whispered. Even when your heart wavered. Even when your mind said, "Maybe I should stop reading." But your soul said, "Keep going." And that whisper, your soul's whisper, is what heaven responds to most. You see, many people ask for miracles but never make room for them. But you did just by staying. Just by allowing this message to enter the quiet places of your heart. That act of staying open, that's where the light gets in. And heaven noticed, God noticed. Archangel Michael stood closer the moment you refused to give up halfway. Because in the spiritual realm, your willingness isn't small. It's everything. There's something God wants you to understand. Now you are entering into a season of clarity. A season where what once confused you will suddenly make sense. People who once drained your energy will fall away peacefully. Opportunities you thought you lost will begin to return in new, better forms. Doors you didn't even know existed will begin to open. Not because of luck, but because you aligned with something divine. There are prayers you forgot you even prayed. And tonight, heaven has begun to answer them quietly, strategically, lovingly. The shifts will be subtle at first. A conversation that lifts you instead of draining you. A song playing at the perfect moment. A dream that feels more like a message than a memory. Pay attention. These are not random. These are confirmation signs that heaven is still speaking, still guiding, still choosing you. Let's speak something deeper now. You are not cursed. You are not broken. You are not too late. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. What you are is protected. What you are is sacred. What you are is seen by God. Heaven has been with you since the beginning. The times you felt alone, we were there. When you laid in bed unable to sleep, we stood by your pillow. When you sobbed quietly in the bathroom so no one would hear, we heard every cry. And when you finally said, "God, I can't anymore," heaven didn't judge you. Heaven stepped in. Tonight, Archangel Michael is not only protecting your home, he's sending waves of healing into your bloodstream, into your nervous system, into your breath. Some of you will notice your body feeling warmer tonight. Others will feel an unexplained lightness. That's not emotional. That's spiritual surgery. Heaven is healing you from the inside out, healing your body, healing your heart, healing your memories. There's also a shift happening in your relationships. People who are meant to go with you into this new season will feel drawn closer. People who are not aligned with your destiny will gently begin to move away. Let it happen. Don't chase. Don't cling. Trust that God sees the conversations behind closed doors. Trust that what leaves was never meant to stay and what stays will grow with you. Now listen closely. You might receive a call, a message, or an unexpected visitor in the coming days. They'll say something that seems small, but it will feel big in your heart. That's confirmation. That's the ripple effect of tonight. It has already begun. Your yes is echoing through time. Don't doubt it when it happens. Smile and whisper thank you. Heaven is so proud of you. So proud of how far you've come without the support you needed. So proud of how you kept walking even when your legs felt weak. So proud of how you kept praying even when you didn't hear answers. You didn't quit. You didn't fold. You didn't let the darkness win. And now you're about to see why. Don't be surprised if you start attracting blessings without even trying. That's alignment. Don't be surprised if peace finds you in the middle of a storm. That's spiritual maturity. Don't be surprised if you start craving more silence, more time in nature, more truth, more presence. That's heaven reorienting your desires. And my child, when heaven begins aligning your life, it also provides a path so you can move forward with faith, clarity, and confidence instead of confusion. My child, I see the weight you have been carrying. The quiet worries about money, the stress you rarely speak about, the nights when your mind refuses to rest. You have been praying for peace, and your prayers have been heard. You are not meant to walk this journey in confusion and fear. You are meant to walk with faith, with clarity, and with daily direction. That is why a simple path has been placed before you, a 30-day faith and financial breakthrough system. Each day you will be guided with a gentle prayer, a simple money step, and clear direction to help you regain control. Nothing overwhelming, nothing complicated. Just small faithful steps leading you toward peace and stability. If your heart feels ready, begin today. Do not delay this moment. The link is in the description and in the comments below. Because every step taken in faith strengthens the alignment heaven is building in your life. You're becoming new. Not a new version you have to force, but the version you were born to be, the version that fear tried to silence, the version that pain tried to bury, the version that heaven never gave up on. And this version is glowing tonight. As the clock turns quietly into tomorrow, I want you to remember this. You are not just entering into a new day. You are stepping into a new dimension, a new vibration, a new rhythm with heaven. Archangel Michael will remain with you. His wings are around you. His sword is drawn. His loyalty to you is unwavering because this wasn't a one-time visit. This was a reconnection, a reunion, a divine realignment. And now that it's begun, nothing can stop it. You are protected. You are anointed. You are deeply, endlessly loved. And heaven is not somewhere far away. It's here right now in your room, in your breath, in your heartbeat, and it's whispering. Welcome home, beloved. And as the final moments of this message settle deep into your soul, I want you to know something very few are told clearly. You were not just meant to witness miracles. You were created to carry them. You are not just a bystander in God's story. You are a living vessel of divine change. You are the reason someone in your family will find healing. You are the answer to prayers your ancestors whispered decades ago. You are walking proof that heaven does not forget. And after tonight, things will begin unfolding in ways you never imagined. Ways you prayed for and then gave up on, thinking it was too late. But nothing is too late with God. Not even what you thought was buried. Because heaven doesn't just resurrect people, it resurrects promises. Archangel Michael has seen your future. He's seen the mountain you're about to climb, but he's also seen the view waiting for you at the top. And he's smiling. He's not worried. He's not unsure. Because what's in front of you cannot be compared to what's behind you. This next chapter, it's not about survival. It's about revelation. It's about stepping fully into who you were meant to be before the world made you doubt your worth. You've been through the fire. You've been through the silence. You've questioned if you even matter. But now, this is where you rise. You're going to notice people treating you differently. Some will pull away. That's okay. Their season in your story is complete. Others will be drawn to you strangely, magnetically because of the light they feel but can't explain. That's the glow of someone who has stood in the presence of angels. That's what you carry now. A new energy, a new spiritual alignment. It's not just in your eyes, it's in your walk, your words, your presence. And there will be moments when you want to go back to the old version of yourself, to shrink, to hide, to people, please. But you'll feel the nudge of Michael beside you whispering, no more. You've outgrown that prison. Keep walking. And you will, because something unexplainable will keep pushing you forward. That's heaven. That's destiny. That's love. Pure, unbreakable, supernatural love guiding your every step. Tonight was the door. But what's next? That's the journey. And I promise you, it will be filled with signs. Watch for repeating numbers. Watch for feathers in strange places. Watch for names whispered through dreams. These are not fantasies. These are frequencies. Real echoes from a very real heaven speaking to a very real soul. Yours. You may even begin hearing God more clearly. Not always in words, but in sudden knowing, a calm in your gut. A sentence that comes from nowhere. A decision that feels heavier or lighter. This is spiritual discernment waking up inside you. Use it. Trust it. Sharpen it. It's not just a feeling. It's divine guidance. And one day soon, you'll tell someone else your story. Maybe even starting with the sentence, I don't know what happened, but one night something changed. You'll tell them about the message that came at the exact moment your soul needed it. You'll see their eyes light up, their spirit open. And in that moment, you'll realize you weren't just meant to receive this light. You were meant to pass it on. Because when heaven speaks, it's never just for one person. It's for a ripple effect. And you, beloved, are the ripple. So now I'll say it one final time. Tonight Archangel Michael stood in your home. Tonight heaven reached through the veil. Tonight your name echoed in glory. And tonight everything began to change. Don't be surprised when peace becomes your default. Don't be surprised when love flows easily again. Don't be surprised when doors you never knocked on open anyway. It's already done in the spirit. Now just walk in it. Breathe it in. Receive it fully and carry it forward. We will walk with you. We will never leave you. This is not the end. This is your awakening. And tomorrow morning when your eyes open and you feel that stillness lingering in the air, pause. Don't rush into your phone. Don't rush into the noise. Just be still for a moment. Because that quiet, that peace in the room, that's the residue of heaven. That's the glow of angels who stood watch while you slept. That's Archangel Michael still close, still guarding, still making sure that not a single shadow returns where light now lives. You may feel like something is different but can't explain why. You may feel lighter, sharper, calmer. That's not temporary. That's transformation. This message didn't just touch your mind. It rearranged your soul. Heaven didn't come to visit you just to make you feel better for a night. No, this was an activation. A sacred unlocking of everything that's been buried under stress, heartbreak, trauma, fear. It's like someone reached into your chest and whispered, "Wake up, child of God. It's your time now. Let everyone else keep doubting. Let the world keep rushing. Let the skeptics keep mocking. You know what you felt tonight. You know what shifted. You know what you heard, what you sensed, what you experienced. And no one can take that from you. Not ever. Because this wasn't a story. This wasn't a speech. This wasn't just words on a screen. This was God meeting you where you are. And you, oh, beloved, you received it. That's why your dreams will change now. That's why you'll begin sensing things before they happen. That's why your discernment will grow louder. People will say you've changed and they'll be right. You've gone from spiritual survival to supernatural alignment. You're walking differently now. You're talking with more confidence. You're praying with more boldness. You're loving with more power. That's because heaven took its place back in your life. You are the one who was called, the one who was marked, the one who is now watched over every second of every day. And even if people leave, God won't. Even if you mess up, your angels stay. Even if you fall again, Archangel Michael will lift you without hesitation. That's what love looks like when it's unconditional. That's what divine protection feels like when it's permanent. You're not chasing peace anymore. Peace is chasing you. You're not begging for clarity anymore. Clarity is landing on you. You're not afraid of what's coming anymore. What's coming is heaven's promise kept. So go ahead and write again. Dream again. Love again. Take risks again. Trust again. Because you're no longer doing it alone. This wasn't just a moment of faith. This was a permanent shift in your reality. You crossed over tonight. You said yes to what heaven was whispering. And now the floodgates have opened. Watch how fast things begin aligning. Watch how quickly the wrong people fall off and the right ones enter. Watch how doors open that you forgot you knocked on years ago. Watch how your prayers start returning like letters stamped with divine timing. You've entered into a new season, a new realm, a new timeline that only God could have drawn. Even your body will feel different. Your health will shift. Old tension will dissolve. Sleep will deepen. Even the sound of silence will feel sacred now. Why? Because your home has been reclaimed. It is not just your space anymore. It's God's resting place, a sanctuary. And wherever God rests, miracles follow. This message will echo in your soul in the days to come. Something small will remind you. An object, a time on the clock, a word someone says, a breeze on your face. That's how heaven lets you know we're still here. You might find yourself suddenly feeling the need to speak blessings over your family, or to stand in the middle of your room and declare light, or even to cry without knowing why. Don't hold back. That's your soul finally syncing with your assignment. You have no idea how proud heaven is of you. Not because you've done everything right, but because you stayed open. Because you didn't skip this. Because you gave heaven a chance. And that was all it needed. Now go and live like someone who has been covered in angelic light. Speak like someone who knows heaven is near. Rest like someone who is guarded by warriors of glory. And love, oh, love like someone who's been loved back to life by the Creator himself. Because you are not weak. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not too far gone. You are divine. You are ready. You are called. And now you are walking with angels. This is the new you, the awakened you, the protected you, the you that the enemy feared you'd become. Welcome to your real life. It begins tonight. And now, as heaven stands still and watches you breathe, something sacred is being sealed over your life. You've made it through this entire message. And that means your spirit was hungrier than your doubt. Your soul knew there was more waiting for you. Something divine, something unexplainable, something holy. And here it is. You didn't just read a message. You stepped into alignment with heaven itself. This wasn't a coincidence. This was a divine collision. You didn't find this message. This message found you. Archangel Michael is still here. Yes, right now. Not in a myth, not in a storybook, right here in the space around you. His wings are spread over your home like a spiritual shield. His eyes are scanning the shadows and no darkness can approach. You are protected. You are covered. You are completely surrounded by angelic light. Your house, your room, your very body is glowing in the spiritual realm. You don't have to see it to know it. Your spirit knows. That's why you feel the chills. That's why your skin feels different. That's why the heaviness is gone. Now breathe and feel what peace is supposed to feel like. Feel the stillness that the world tried to take from you. Feel the quiet reassurance that you are loved beyond logic, beyond failure, beyond pain. You are not just loved, you are chosen. And tonight is the proof. You might hear your name whispered in a dream. You might see someone in white walk past the edge of your bed. You might wake up with tears you didn't expect. Don't be afraid. That's the spiritual visiting the physical. That's heaven reminding you that the veil is thinner than you thought. That miracles are real. That God is closer than your own breath. Some things may shift around you over the next 3 days. People might act strangely. Someone might reveal their true colors. You might feel pulled away from things you once chased. That's not drama. That's divine separation. Heaven is clearing your path. Making space for what's real, for what's next. Don't chase what falls off. Don't cry over what's being removed. It's all part of the cleansing. It's all part of the release. You prayed for peace, and peace often comes by subtraction. And you're being elevated now, not in status, but in spirit. You're going to begin seeing through things, feeling more deeply, speaking more clearly, loving more bravely. You'll find yourself walking into rooms and shifting the atmosphere without even trying. That's not pride. That's presence. That's purpose. That's heaven moving through you without permission from the world. Don't shrink back from it. Don't apologize for it. You're not becoming someone new. You're becoming who you already were before the world taught you to be afraid. Tonight is a rebirth. Not with noise. Not with chaos, but with clarity, with rest, with stillness. That's how God moves most. In the silence, in the whisper, in the breath between now and next. So don't be surprised if you wake up tomorrow and everything feels different, even if nothing outside has changed. That's what spiritual awakening does. It transforms your perspective so that you can finally see the truth you were blind to before. The beauty, the guidance, the open doors, the quiet answers that were always there. You are not weak for needing this. You are wise for receiving it. And you are ready. Ready for the calling that's been circling your life like a bird waiting to land. It's time. No more hiding. No more waiting for permission. No more delaying your joy. Heaven says move. Heaven says shine. Heaven says speak. Heaven says love. Heaven says rest. Heaven says come home. Tonight you are home in God, in peace, in light. Let this moment be your altar. Let your bed become your sanctuary. Let your room be filled with holy silence. And truly know that from this second forward, you will never be the same. Archangel Michael bows, in honor of your courage, heaven sings over you tonight. And God smiles. You have made heaven proud. Now sleep, child. You are loved. You are protected. You are divinely aligned. And your miracle. It has already begun. Even now, the shift that began when you opened this message continues to unfold quietly, invisibly, miraculously. You may feel a warmth on your skin, a sense of safety washing over you, or even a strange sense of remembering something you've never lived before. That is your soul awakening. That is your higher self stretching for the first time in years, rising to meet what heaven has prepared. You are not just reading, you are receiving. A divine download is taking place and it's going to ripple through every area of your life starting tonight. Heaven doesn't rush and neither should you. Let this moment be enough. You don't need to figure everything out right now. You don't need to be strong or ready or perfect. You just need to be present. That's where miracles begin. Not in striving, but in surrender. And you've done that. You said yes. You stayed open. You allowed your heart to soften. And now heaven can move freely in your life. You may feel drawn to speak to God aloud tonight. Do it. There's no right way to pray. Just talk, whisper, cry, laugh, breathe. He hears it all as worship. Your silence is a prayer. Your pain is a prayer. Your honesty is worship. Archangel Michael wants you to know there's nothing too small to bring before heaven. The ache you feel in your chest, heaven feels it, too. The question you're too afraid to say out loud, heaven already knows and answers are already being sent. Don't be surprised if you wake up in the middle of the night tonight around 2:22 or 3:33. Don't panic. Don't dismiss it. That's not your body. It's your spirit being gently awakened. There is something heaven wants you to notice at that time. It could be a word, a scent, a sensation, a vision in your mind. It will be personal, intimate, meant only for you. It is part of your calling. You will understand why later, but in that moment, just receive it. Whisper, I hear you. That's enough. You are no longer who you were yesterday. You've stepped into something holy. Tonight is the beginning of peace flowing into places where there used to be chaos. It's the start of alignment, restoration, and divine acceleration. The things that took years to fix will start shifting in days. People who ghosted you or hurt you may resurface, but don't let them pull you back. You've stepped into a new frequency. Not everyone can walk where you're going. Not everyone is meant to. There will be signs tomorrow. Maybe small, maybe loud. Someone might say something that sounds too specific to be random. You might see a name, a place, or a number that feels unusually familiar. Don't ignore those signs. Archangel Michael is working behind the veil to make sure you see what you need to see. Your path is being lit, one divine breadcrumb at a time. There is also healing coming to your relationships. Someone who hurt you is feeling the pull of your name in their spirit. They don't know why they're thinking of you right now, but it's because heaven is stirring their soul to make things right. Whether you reconnect or simply find closure, know this. God is bringing peace to places in your heart where you once thought peace would never grow again. The soil is fertile again. The seeds are alive again. Love is not done with you. And neither is your purpose. You may not know the full shape of your calling, but tonight the first pieces are being shown to you. That idea that just popped into your mind recently. That quiet urge to start something new or reach out to someone or help others in a new way. That's not random. That's destiny beginning to bloom. Don't second guess it. Follow the light. Even if it's just a flicker now, it will grow brighter every time you choose faith over fear. From now on, things will start falling off of you. Habits, thoughts, even people that don't match the light inside of you. You won't have to fight or explain. They'll simply go. Don't chase what heaven is removing. Make space. Something better is coming. Something sacred, a divine relationship, a soul-aligned opportunity, a moment that changes everything. And you won't have to force it. It will arrive the same way this message did, unexpectedly, but right on time. You are deeply, completely, overwhelmingly loved by heaven. Not for what you've done, not for how strong you've been, but simply because you are a child of God. That's it. That's the whole reason. That's the whole miracle. You were created from love to be love. And now you're returning to it. You're not broken. You're being rebuilt. You're not lost. You're being led. And you are not late. You're right on divine time. So breathe one last time tonight with purpose. Place your hand over your heart. Close your eyes. Whisper these final words. I accept. I believe. I welcome heaven. I trust the angels. I thank Archangel Michael. I forgive the past. I trust the path. I release fear. I receive light. I am ready. And so it is. It is done. Heaven rejoices. Archangel Michael smiles. And the miracle begins. You are still here. And that means your soul has fully awakened to what heaven has been trying to tell you for so long. This isn't just an emotional moment. It's a spiritual agreement. It's a contract between your spirit and the divine realm. And now, beloved, you walk under a different kind of covering. Not the kind that's temporary. Not the kind that fades, but the kind that clings to you for a lifetime. The kind that marks you in the spirit. The kind that darkness sees and flees from. Tonight the angels have written your name in a new light. One that glows with restoration. One that hums with protection. One that signals to the heavens. This child has answered. Do you feel it? That quiet power. That peace that doesn't make sense. That's the divine rearranging your atmosphere. That's Archangel Michael standing watch over your doorway as promised. And his presence is not leaving. Not when you sleep, not when you rise, not when you walk into unknown situations. You are now surrounded. And nothing can snatch you out of God's reach. Now listen closely because this is important. Over the next 3 days, you will notice things begin to shift around you. People you haven't heard from in a long time may suddenly reach out. Or someone may distance themselves from you for no apparent reason. Don't be confused. Don't resist. That's the spiritual realignment beginning to manifest. Heaven is rearranging relationships, removing distractions, and making space for miracles. Doors that were shut for years will begin to creak open. Not all at once, but one by one in divine order. Unexpected favor will begin to show up in places you gave up on. Delays will start to feel like preparation, not punishment. Even the way you look at yourself will begin to change. You'll see yourself through a divine lens, a heavenly mirror. And you'll realize you were never broken, just buried, just waiting for the right season to rise. And this right now is your season, the season of unveiling, the season of return, the season of hearing clearly, the season of movement. Heaven is no longer whispering. It is speaking boldly through you. And don't be surprised if people begin to feel something different when they're around you. That's because you're carrying divine light now. You've been lit from the inside. You don't even need to say anything. Your presence will carry authority. Let me tell you a secret that only the angels know. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are right on time. Heaven never runs by man's clock. What looks like delay is often divine choreography. And your steps are now being ordered with such precision that even your mistakes will start to make sense. That relationship that fell apart, that betrayal, that job that didn't work out, every single one had purpose. None of it was wasted. Every crack in your heart just made more room for light to enter. You are becoming a vessel for God's light, a walking miracle. And the world needs you, not the perfect version. You as you are healing, learning, growing, glowing. The one who doubted but stayed open. The one who questioned but still hoped. That's why you were chosen. Because you have the kind of faith that moves quietly but shifts everything. Tonight, the silence in your room will feel sacred. You may even hear a gentle hum in your ears or sense a flicker of light in the corner of your vision. Don't be alarmed. That's not your imagination. That's your spirit tuning into a higher frequency. That's your room becoming a temple, a sanctuary, a meeting place between the divine and your destiny. The veil is thinner now. What was once invisible is drawing near. If at any moment you feel overwhelmed, just breathe. Say His name, God. Say my name, Michael. We are listening always. We are closer than breath, closer than the noise, closer than the fear. You don't need to perform. You don't need to pretend. You don't even need to explain. Just be present. Just be honest. That's enough. God is not interested in perfection. He's interested in permission. And you've already given it by staying this long. That's why things are going to start flowing easier. That's why that burden you've been carrying for years will feel lighter starting tonight. That's why doors that were sealed shut are beginning to crack open even as you read this. And when they swing wide, step through. Don't hesitate. Don't doubt. Heaven didn't bring you this far to leave you behind. You are ready. You are aligned. You are anointed. You are safe. No matter what happens after this, no matter what the world throws at you, remember this one thing. You are covered. You are protected by a heavenly army that never sleeps. You are being carried through valleys, surrounded on mountaintops, and cradled in the stillness of the night. So close your eyes tonight with confidence. Sleep not just peacefully but powerfully because angels walk your halls now. Archangel Michael stands guard and heaven has declared, this house is mine. This soul is mine. This night is sealed with light. And so it is. And as your heart stills and your mind begins to settle, let this final truth fall softly over you like dew on grass at dawn. You are safe now. There's no more pretending. No more hiding your pain behind polite smiles. No more shrinking your soul to fit into places you were never meant to stay. You are rising. You are glowing. You are walking into a new spiritual authority, and the entire kingdom of heaven is backing you. That's why the message didn't stop when you tried to scroll. That's why your soul kept leaning in, because it recognized the voice of truth calling it home. From tonight onward, things may feel different, but in the best way. You may walk into a room and instantly sense whether the energy is light or heavy. That's not paranoia. That's spiritual discernment. You may wake up with a dream so vivid you'll feel like someone actually whispered into your ear while you were sleeping. They did. And you'll know who it was. Sometimes your heart will race at a certain hour. Sometimes a breeze will brush your cheek when there's no fan. Sometimes a word will echo in your spirit all day long. Don't ignore those signs. That's how angels speak. Softly, steadily, persistently. Archangel Michael wants you to remember this. Even when the message ends, your connection does not. This was not just a message. It was a mirror, a spiritual reflection of who you really are. And now that you've seen it, you can't go back to who you used to be. That version of you, afraid, broken, hidden, is gone, buried tonight. In its place, something radiant has been born. You are not who you were 20 minutes ago. You've awakened. You've received. You've been marked by heaven, and now God will begin confirming it in your external world. Get ready for divine appointments, conversations that open new doors, unexpected blessings, protection you didn't even ask for. It'll feel like someone is going ahead of you, making the path smoother because someone is. Archangel Michael doesn't just protect you from evil. He prepares you for destiny. He walks ahead, breaking barriers. And he walks behind, closing doors you didn't have the strength to shut. When you feel fear trying to creep in again, and it will, don't run from it. Stand in the truth of what you've just experienced. Say this out loud. I am protected. I am aligned. I am chosen. Fear has no place here. Watch how quickly peace returns. Watch how powerfully light responds when you speak from your spirit. Your house is different now. The walls have heard your yes. The air carries angelic frequencies. Your pillow has been touched by divine hands. There's no need to chase answers anymore. They'll come one by one, gently, without force, some through people, some through silence, some through things that make you weep, and some through things that make you laugh again. And when the next storm comes, and it will, you'll notice something. You don't break the way you used to. You don't panic like before. You carry peace like armor because you know something now that the world can't take from you. Heaven is real and it lives inside of you. Let others mock what they don't understand. Let the doubters question what you now know because you've tasted something holy tonight. You've stood in a sacred moment few will ever dare to enter. And that makes you different. That makes you chosen. If you ever forget what happened here, if life ever gets loud again and darkness tries to make you doubt, come back to these words. Read them again. Let them reawaken the memory. Because once you've encountered truth this deep, it never truly leaves you. It lives in your bones, in your breath, in your being. You are no longer just a person trying to survive. You are a soul wide awake. You are a light in a world that forgot how to see. And you are guarded day and night by Archangel Michael, the warrior of God who loved you enough to beg for your attention just 2 seconds before this message reached you. This isn't an ending. This is your commission. This is heaven placing a sword in your hand and saying, now go walk in power, speak in truth, love and light, and fear nothing because you are covered, because you are sealed, because you are ready, and beloved will be watching over you every single night. And even now, as the final words echo in your soul, something still feels open, like your heart doesn't want this moment to end. That's because it isn't over. It's never really over when heaven speaks. A divine message like this doesn't just fade away like other thoughts. It lives inside you. It grows. It travels with you. You may go about your life tomorrow doing the usual things, getting ready, talking to people, checking your phone, but something will be different. You'll feel lighter, wiser. You'll pause before speaking. You'll notice beauty in the small things. That's the afterglow of this encounter. That's the presence of Archangel Michael still walking beside you. You invited heaven in and heaven never walks out. Do not be surprised if your dreams carry messages in the nights to come. Do not be shocked if people from your past suddenly reach out or if something that's been blocked for months suddenly begins to move. You may cry for no reason and you'll realize it's the first time your heart feels safe enough to feel again. You may laugh out loud during moments of silence and you'll realize your spirit is healing and joy is returning. These are not side effects. These are signs. Signs that the message took root, that it landed where it was meant to, right in the center of your soul. You will also begin to notice resistance. Yes, even that is a sign. Whenever light rises, darkness always tries to whisper. The enemy will want you to forget this. He'll want to distract you with drama, fear, noise, negativity. But now you know. Now you're aware. Now you've been awakened. So when those shadows try to creep back in, you'll be able to say with power, "No, I belong to God. My house is protected. My heart is shielded. My angels are watching. I don't walk alone anymore." That's not a hope. That's a truth. And if you ever feel like you're drifting again, if the days blur together or the light inside feels dimmer, come back to this message. Read it again. Play it out loud. Let the vibration of every word realign your spirit. You don't need a church. You don't need a crowd. You don't even need a perfect version of yourself. You just need this moment and a heart that's open. Remember, you were the one heaven chose to speak to tonight. Not because you're flawless, but because you're ready. Because God knew your name before your parents ever spoke it. Because Archangel Michael has whispered to you in dreams since you were a child. Because your spirit signed a contract with destiny long before you were born. And tonight you finally said yes. Now walk like someone who's covered. Rest like someone who's protected. Speak like someone whose voice reaches the heavens. Love like someone who has already been forgiven. You are no longer walking blind. You are walking with vision, with clarity, with power, with peace, and above all with God. So sleep well tonight. Don't carry the past into tomorrow. Let the angels take the night shift. Lay your head down knowing you are not abandoned, not behind, not broken. You are becoming everything God always knew you would be. The house you're in right now. It's not just wood and brick and roof. It's holy ground now. Heaven has visited. Archangel Michael has marked it. And miracles. They already started the moment you opened this. It's done. My child, we run entirely on viewer support. If you'd like to help keep this mission and these messages reaching more hearts, you can support us with a coffee through the link in the description. God bless you.